Welcome everyone to the KMTRADERS channel, the full market analysis volume 32. We are going to be looking at all of our pairs for this week, give you a fresh update, review how the trading week went, and we'll give you some setups through to look out for the following week. So we are going to give gold a look at for tomorrow, so we're going to give a separate video, as well as AUDUSD. So we'll start off with EURUSD, and obviously we'll start of explain what had happened so far. So we were looking at from our previous analysis along EURUSD, we were looking at price to come back into this area here. We could be looking out for some weak signs of rejection. So we started to see price slowly trail off to the downside. Excuse me, and then we come back into this zone. This is obviously the 618 zone that we spoke about in our last video that we talked about on this pair. So if you haven't seen that analysis video, go check it out. And obviously we've just been moving sideways, not really found that downside move momentum just as yet. So what I was looking at before is, as long as price stays below 1.2, we'll be looking out for bearish moves. So all I'll need to do for myself to take a sell-off position is just to wait for signs of weakness. So we could be looking at price to come into this area once more, possibly, and we'll see exactly how price reacts over in the next week or so. The other thing that I wanted to keep an eye out is in terms of target. I want to see price reaching 1.16. So again, this is a still favorable opportunity to take. We do have a lot of potential on the table here, so about 250 pips. So we'll keep an eye out for that for next week, and we'll hope to see if we can get in on this trade and take a short. So moving on to NZDUSD, similar sort of process here. I am looking out for sell-off opportunities again. We are in a sideways channel, and you can see this presented here. We can see price restricted the upside, obviously, and then finding support from the bottom side. So I'm trying to see if we could potentially come into this range of the market and see how price reacts, because we've seen typically that we've seen wick rejections here. So we can see price from a sentimental aspect, we can see it rejecting. So we could start to see, if price does come back into this area, we could possibly see a nice sell-off opportunity. And in terms of profit, or in terms of a potential, I want to see price go into 0.65. and if we do, for whatever reasons, if we do start to see price push up, as long as we stay below 0.68, so from this zone lower, I would still consider all bearish moves to the downside. So if we do go above, we are looking out for a bullish momentum, and I'll obviously give you guys some updates for that. So AUDUSD will give you an update tomorrow. For now, we'll look at USDJPY. So pretty much an interesting week. We had a huge sell-off, and it was nice to see that. And all I'm looking out for is a bit more of a downside move. I'm trying to see if price can reach into 104. Hypothetically speaking, if we can get into there, I'm going to look for some possible moves of weakness. So that could be a great buying opportunity, and I will be looking to see if we can target back into 106. So we can see price descending lower and lower as we go. We'll see exactly how far we can push lower, but if we don't even reach 104, price may even create a double bottom here, and I will be looking out for opportunities to take a buy and see if we can hold our way into 106. So that's my sort of long opportunity here. We'll move on to CADJPY, and we can see we've started to see that strong sell-off opportunity here. So I mentioned this in the Telegram group chat. If you haven't done so already, make sure you join, just because we give you a bit more updates in relation to our video analysis. So what I was mentioning before is, if we can get a closure below 79.6, which we have done so here, we could expect a possible retracement. So all I'm looking out for now is just a retracement move here. See if we can possibly come into a 618, and as long as we stay above this intermediate range here, So if we stay below 80.6, obviously we still have some sell-off conditions that we could still look out for. So if we did price this something like this, I will be looking for price to at least take out this current low of the market, and possibly into 78. So that's optimistically speaking. So where I want to see price go, and if we can get there, that's a good 200 pips. So still worthy of taking any short conditions. If we do go above 81.4, like I think I mentioned in our singular video for CADJPY, I will be looking at a bullish scenario. So guys, just stay aware for those switch of momentum, because those are important. But we will obviously give you some updates of our analysis alongside if price does go against what we say. So looking at EURJPY, similar situation again. I am looking for sell-off momentum, and I want to see price eventually find some weakness here. This would have to be taken on a smaller perspective, on a intraday level, lower time frames rather, and I want to see price reach into 122, or at least take out this low here. So we're at 122.5. If we do go above here, I will definitely be concerned. So above 125 or flat. If we do go above this and we close strong, I will be concerned, and I possibly will give a bullish scenario. But most definitely, if we go above 126.5, that for me, that would be 100%. We're in a bullish momentum phase, and we'll just have to capitalize on the next move. So guys, just looking out for sell-off conditions for that pair. Moving on to our next one now, NZDJPY. Similar situation again. I am looking for a sell-off. So it's good to see how all other pairs are. What we're looking at here is all JPY pairs. So these pairs that we have, it's good to see other pairs in a similar sort of condition. So what I mean by that, if we're all selling them, and it's good to see that happening across the board, because it shows how other pairs are reacting to other currencies. So sometimes you may get the odd misfit. We may have a bullish scenario, which I will talk about AUDJPY actually. But for this pair, NZDJPY, again, I am looking for sell-off momentum. Excuse me. Sorry about that. So if we do end up finding some sell-off conditions, possibly retesting this uptrend, we could see price take out this level in the market, 68.6. For me, if we do go above 70.4, that would be, I'll be keeping an eye out for any bullish momentum. And also if we do go above 71, I think that would be a definite sign for myself to consider looking out for a bullish move. So waiting for a retest and then that push to the upside. So yeah guys, so looking out for the next move, which I was discussing previously about AUDJPY being possible move to the upside. I am waiting for the upside move. I've been talking about this in my trading group. We did try get in. I was seeing a lot of stalling of price here. This is why I was looking out for some buying momentum. This possibly could shoot up to the upside next week. If so, all we need to do is just wait for that retest of a level or a retracement of some degree. So there's a lot of ways that we can get in on this, and it should start to trend up if we do break out quite strongly. So I'm not exactly too worried if we do break up to the upside, because I know there is an opportunity to get in the market later. We do have multiple pairs to look out for. So remember guys, don't always be fixated on one opportunity. And obviously this is where the FOMO, so fear of missing out, takes a lot of patience and a discipline to stick to your plan. So what I think could happen is we could see, as we're starting to see a lot of still sideways movement, if we're able to break to the downside, I won't be surprised if we can get into 74 on flat, and then we see that price push to the upside. I do believe we do have a lot of pending orders around here. So people who have gone long have definitely put their stop losses below here. And there is a strong potential that price could be taking out this liquidity move before we rocket to the upside. So that's just obviously my thinking behind if we do go lower. But like I said, regardless, I'm still optimistic about getting in on that pair. Looking at USDCHF, this one's been quite an interesting one as well. We had a very strong sell-off opportunity. Taking a position to the downside, see a move. So for myself, what I'm looking out for is a possible move, a slight move to the downside. We could test these areas here in confluences with previous support levels. Not looking at that so much, I'm looking more of structure, but we can see how we're starting to see price slowly push to the upside. Nice strong rejection, a lot of indecision, so we could see price move sideways, push a bit lower, possibly push a bit higher, create some sort of momentum, fake out, and then we get that push to the upside. So that's what I think could possibly happen. So keeping an eye out for that if we can get in. So I am looking out for upside opportunities. If we do, however, go below 0.9, that would be a clear sign that I'll switch, my bias, and I would be looking out for some bearish moves. So obviously I will, like I said, update you guys for that. And finally, USDCAD. This one has been quite tricky for myself to watch. I'm seeing a lot of stalling of price here, so I hope you guys can see why this one has been quite difficult. Just to judge and to give my opinion on this, we've had a lot of sideways price action here. So we had 1, 2, and 3 here. So a lot of clusters of orders around this area. So what I have a feeling is that price could make one last push somewhere to clear out some momentum. I'm hoping it will be to the downside at least. And then I'm looking for a possible move to the upside. If we do go below this zone here, so roughly lower than 1.3, I believe this would be of significance, and we could be pushing lower and making new lows. So I would consider a bearish scenario. So yeah, guys, pretty much that's been all for this week. Again, I hope you did get an insight of my thought processes of where I'm looking out for. Obviously, I do hope you are finding this useful. This is in my best interest to help you as much as I can, without giving away too much of our premium service. So if you do want to join our premium, this is just access to all of our trade entries, so it gives you the opportunity to trade with us. Feel free to message us. We do have the trading group as well. That link is in the description, the trading group. All our social media links are there too if you want to join, and message us, get in contact. If you'd like to talk to me about some things that you're having trouble with, I'm more than happy to help. Like I said, my best interest is to help you guys. So if you do have any problems or questions that you'd like to ask me, feel free to ask. Okay. So again, if you made it all the way to the end of the video, honestly, I do appreciate your time for watching. Make sure you do have a great trading week, guys, and make sure you subscribe, give this video a like, and we'll see you guys tomorrow where we look at gold and AUDUSD. So thank you all, and see you all tomorrow.